Hello and welcome to Rebels Radio latest interview. I'm joined by Slough joint manager Jon Underwood. How are you, John?
I'm good, thanks.
6 points, 2 games. Must be a happy man.
Yeah, it's been a good week. As they say, what a difference a week makes in football. Yeah, we turned up for training. Very happy tonight. Two big wins.
Very different wins.
Yeah, they were. Obviously, I know you spoke to Bakes after Saturday. In many ways, never been so down after a win. I mean, don't get me wrong, we were delighted to get the points, but the performance was nowhere near acceptable still Saturday. We got a little bit lucky, to be honest. We've played a lot better in other games where we've got nothing from the game, which is kind of how football works. But Tuesday, I think somebody said it was the best performance of the year, since the start of the year, and I'd agree with that. I thought it kind of had everything that me and Bakes look for in our team's performance, really, in terms of the work rate, the tempo. We were just so bright and so positive. It was great to watch.
And then big calls, some new faces. Obviously, a couple of players brought in from Oxford City.
Yeah.
Changes to the team. A couple of favourites in Gary McDonald and Adam Martin benched.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit controversial, but it obviously worked out.
Yeah, I mean that's our job, is to try and make the right calls. We don't get it right every time, clearly, but performance seemed to reflect that we did get it right for Tuesday. We kind of had a conversation with the Oxford City manager. It was quite late in the day. It was on Monday, and just saw what they had there to see what they had. I've seen that they're flying. They've got a big squad, and he said, "Yeah, I've got a couple," and he told me who they were, and kind of when you do your research on them, you think, "Blimey, they're only going to benefit us." Obviously, we had the left back situation that we, Adam Nadisi came in on Saturday. He's got lots of ability, but there's a difference. We know that there's a big difference between kind of coming out of good academy football and Southern Premier football. We wanted a more experienced left back. And when we heard that Paul Stonehouse was available, it was a no-brainer really to bring him in. So Kay rushed around to get those signed on, and we got those in. And there's a bit of the unknown in bringing those in. They met the lads for the first time. Stoney got caught in traffic and turned up at 7 o'clock, and 45 minutes later he's on the pitch with people he's never met before. It might not have gone as well as it did. But it did, and we got to be thankful for that. We were bold, we were brave, and I think that paid off for us.
And it wasn't just the performance, but it was the actual style of football that you played that was very attractive. Got a lot of compliments.
Yeah, it played some great stuff. I think I know Bakes was critical of the pitch on Saturday, and people will say, well, it was the same pitch Tuesday, but all that rain we had made such a difference that the pitch was it played so much sharper. We were actually able to play a lot quicker football on Saturday. There was no pace, no tempo in the game. It was a totally different game.
Nice for the goals to be spread around again. 4 goals, 4 different goal scorers.
Yeah, great for the wide boys. We're calling Putz a wide boy at the moment. He hadn't scored since the hat trick against Histon. Warren hadn't scored since the playoff semi-final. Obviously, he's been out a long time, and we've been saying for a couple of weeks those two just need a goal. Their play has deserved a goal, and they both scored, which was great. Great for Charlie Strutton to get a goal. I mean, he was a different player from Saturday. He needed Saturday to blow a few cobwebs out. He looked so sharp on Tuesday. He deserved his goal. And Charlie and Pye's work rate was just incredible again. And to show the pace that he showed in the 95th minute to go through and score was a credit to him, and he deserved that goal. So, I kind of front four, if you like, all score, which is great.
And who else stood out? Any other particular players that you want to put words to?
I thought right throughout the side. I mean, obviously the new left back got the man of the match award. I mean, he looked class. He's got everything you'd want from a left back. But right across the town, I mean, Scotty in goal made some big saves. He made some big saves made a couple of saves. I think probably one at 3-0, one at 3-1. And you can't underestimate that. If it had gone 3-2, we could have ended up dropping points. So, but no, really pleased all round. I thought Searsy was right back on his game. Declan Benjamin in midfield alongside him. Again, I think he'll benefit from that game. I thought he did well, but I think there's even more to come from him on Saturday. And the back four done well. Obviously, we threw Dan Hicks in there. Thought him and Guy did really well together, and Sean at right back. I can't mention everyone there. I didn't want to leave anyone out, but it was that kind of performance. Everyone did exactly what was asked of them.
Okay, so moving on after the 6 points, some big calls again in the squad and some changes again, and some movement around. So do you want to give us a bit of an update on them all?
Yeah, it's obviously no secret that we haven't been happy with where we are. We are making some big decisions. No one's going to agree with all of them, but we have to think the bigger picture and where we think we need to get to with the squad. We think Dan Hicks has done really well. He did really well Tuesday night, and he's got a few things to learn, but we think he'll learn those playing rather than sitting on the bench. And we think him and Guy gives us two really mobile, strong, aggressive centre halves. They both would say they're probably not the biggest talkers. I think Hicksy will talk more and more as he settles into the side. But they're a pair that we want to go with, and obviously that left Macca on the bench. At this stage of Macca's career, he doesn't need to be on the bench. It's not right for us. It's not right for him. I had a conversation with him, and that's the call that myself and Bakes had made. I mean, he obviously he was disappointed, but he understood our reasons. He's been around in football long enough. He took it very well, and it's just a call we've had to make. We've got Rami coming in next week, who, although not a natural centre back, did great last season in that position, and he'll give us some cover there. We've obviously got Craig Scott when he's back from injury, so yeah, we think we're strong there, and we felt that was the right call to make. So the loan, having 3 loan players, I will say, is not how we normally like to work, but it's helping us through this kind of process through October, where we are trying to get the squad right. It kind of buys us a bit of time, otherwise we're continually chopping and changing. We've got these lads in, they're going to hopefully help us get some more points on the board, and it just buys us a little bit of time to get the right kind of permanent players in.
And how are the 7-day approaches coming along?
Well, one was obviously for a left back. He's still keen. He understands our situation. We had to make a call. He wasn't ready to commit to us for Tuesday, so we went ahead and brought in Stonehouse. That's something we had to do. We explained that to him. That could still happen for us. We still hope it does. So that one's kind of a little bit on the back burner, but gives him a couple of weeks where the club that he's at, and to see what he wants to do, what we want to do. We've gone for another player as well, and we're waiting for an answer from him as well. So at the moment, I don't think the squad will be much different. We'll welcome back Scott Harris. He trained tonight, and obviously Macca will come out. So we should have those 4 subs. We'll have 4 subs for Saturday. Eddie trained tonight, which was good news. We're going to get Eddie out for a couple of weeks to get some games. So he did a full session tonight, which was great. So that was a real positive.
And what's the situation with Nathan and Jake at the moment?
I think Jake's going to need an op. He's just waiting for results of a scan on his knee. Nathan's actually away for a week, Sunday to Sunday, so we're hoping when he comes back he'll be fit. It's taken a little bit longer than we hoped, but yeah, that's, I guess, the other thing with these loan players. It's allowing us to get Nathan fit. It's allowing us, obviously. Charlie Strutton is our Eddie Smith at the moment, and hopefully we can get Eddie fully fit and firing for when Charlie goes back to Braintree. So, there's a bit of method in our madness. We know what we're doing, hopefully, and I think it's going to be the right thing for us.
And looking ahead to Saturday, the trip across to Cambridgeshire to Histon, going to be a bit of a different challenge to the one that we faced at Holloway's Park, where we came out on top 7-1.
Yeah, I don't think we expect the same game at all. They seem to do very well at home. They did last year. Their last couple of results have been 2 very good wins at home. So, we expect a very different game. To be honest, our team's going to be very different from that night as well. So, I don't think we'll be going into it with any complacency. But we're on a good run now. We want to try and make it the perfect week, try and get 9 points. And if you can do that in this league, there's not many teams do that. It's a tough league to get, consecutive wins. So that's our aim, because we want to keep climbing the league. You get a couple of wins, you see how close you are to those teams above you. But no, they're a different proposition at home. They'll be full of life. There's a good pitch there. They'll look to play. It'll be a lively game, I think. I think it'll be good. We're looking forward to it.
Excellent. Well, we look forward to it also. Thank you very much for your time as ever, and we'll look forward to catching up early next week.
Okay. Cheers, John.
Thank you.